Hey everyone, welcome to June 3rd on Read the Word. You know, um, as I was starting the camera, just kind of glancing down on our notes, I'm thinking of all the tough topics that we are tackling through Proverbs. They really are stepping on my toes with anger and fighting. And today is another one. Not that I have problems telling the truth. I certainly am an advocate for truth, but let's just be honest. Sometimes it's hard to tell the truth. Sometimes it's easier to tell what we like to call a little white lie than it is to tell the truth. And you know what? I was thinking too, that you don't have to teach someone how to lie. It's because the lies and untruthfulness and deception come from a heart of deceit, a heart that has not been changed by love. And I'm not saying those that have been saved by the love of Christ never lie. I'm not saying that at all. But there are actually people out there who lie for a living. I mean, it's their lifestyle is lying. And there is nothing to me personally, very few things are as repulsive to me as lying. And I can forgive you for lying to me and maybe even understand reasoning behind why someone had to lie. But it's very difficult for me to trust after I've been lied to. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very difficult. And when the shoe's on the other foot, if I have lied to someone and then have to admit that I've lied to someone, or admit that I've lied to someone, I get it. Once a trust is broken, it's very hard to regain that trust. Honesty is born out of a heart of love. It's a love for that person. It's a love in general for mankind. It's a love. Love is wanting the best for another person. And sometimes the best means telling the truth, even when it's easier to tell a lie. Even when it's hard. Even when the truth does hurt sometimes. But I want someone to love me enough to tell me the truth. Not just, does this dress look nice on me? Does this dress make me look big? Not just those kinds of truths, but real truth. Shaping truth. Because we don't have to be taught how to lie. I mean, go to a nursery at church. Be around any kind of kids. Any kind of teenager. They're going to lie to you. Every one of them are going to lie to you. Or skirt around the truth. So it's just important. It's so important to model truth. It's so important to be known for your truthfulness, for your integrity. Knowing that you're going to be an honest person, that you're going to be an honest person, even if it's hurtful. So there were just a few things. I just loved the key verse. An honest answer is like a kiss of friendship. And I was thinking how much I value my friends and the friendships that I have. And how, well, we don't physically kiss on cheeks. We go like air kisses. And that it really is just a beautiful thing. My friendships and embracing my friends. and spending time with them, holding their hand during prayer or putting my arm around them when they're going through a hard time. And I know how that feels. So if an honest answer gives me that feeling, that's what I want. I pulled together, not just from today's reading, but from all of Proverbs, various verses on honesty. There were too many to put down, as you can imagine. But just some of the ones that I just felt like went right along with this feeling that we're talking about of just that friendship that we enjoy, is that he, meaning God, grants a treasure of common sense to the honest. He's a shield to those who walk in integrity, which is a synonym for honesty. Honesty guides good people. The godly are directed by honesty. The honest inherit good things. And this one's tough to swallow. It's better to be poor and honest than rich and dishonest. I've been lied to before by friends. And some of those friends are back in my life because the relationship is restored. And some of those have been forgiven but are not back in my life because it wasn't healthy for me. But honesty is always the best policy. I just remember my mother and my daddy were telling me, if you're lying, your punishment's gonna be worse. And it always was. The restriction lasted longer when they found out I lied, because most of the time I did, because I didn't want to get in trouble. And I thought I could be good enough and lie good enough to get out of the trouble. Maybe y'all felt the same way and were able to get away with things for just a little bit. But you know what? Parents have eyes everywhere. They find out everything. Even when we didn't even have social media. We didn't have phones in our hands all day long. We didn't have, but they have eyes everywhere. Parents have eyes everywhere with or without social media. But my parents would always find out. My restriction would be longer. I would lose the car for 2 days longer than I would have because they found out that I lied. So honesty really is the best policy. And be that kind of friend. Be that kind of friend. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.